Hey everybody. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. So I'm in the gym doing this workout that I've shared with some of y'all. Some of you I have not. However, I wanted to come on because I was thinking today, oh my gosh, I did not prepare. Lately, that has been a theme of my life, not preparing or doing enough research before I did something. Anyways, it is snowing in Buffalo. Wasn't snowing when I got here. Actually, it was a clear day, a snowstorm. Anywho, um, I wanted to just ask you a question because I'm in this group on Facebook, and someone was asking the question about like getting clients or just like attracting people to stuff that you're doing, like marketing, I think was the context of how she was asking that question. And what I was thinking is, what is my auto response when I see post? Or what is my auto response when something happens that's good for someone else or bad for someone else? Like, what is my auto post or auto response? And I said, I think there's like different types of people, and maybe there's a spectrum of it, but there's really just like a couple of types of people. So intrinsically, I think that people are good. No, let me reframe that. I think intrinsically, people want to be good. They want to be good. But how we measure good is just so different. Even people who are of the same faith, I would challenge that we want to say people want to intrinsically be good, meaning that naturally you want to be good. But if you're a believer, you know that like we were born into sin, we have to receive God in order to get our salvation. We ask for God's grace, the same grace that He gives us, we are to extend to others. But what I realize is that this whole concept of being like great and the best version of yourself, we need to ask people who are around us before we just go making our own decisions and judgments on things. Now, the types of conversations that we might have, right? Like what we're comfortable with, and depending on who we hang out with, because there's research that says like you're the sum average of the five people that you spend the most time with. And what I realize is that if you want a new you, because we're still in the beginning of this new year, we're like day three into it, then you need to be intentional about checking your tribe, checking your community. Who are you hanging out with? Who are you asking questions about? If you desire to have something different, if you really want something different, then you can't hang out all the time and ask the same people the same questions that you've been asking year after year after year. You can't keep being around the same people, having the same network year after year after year, and then get it frustrated when you don't get progress. So why am I sharing that? I'm sharing that with you today because I have a YouTube channel and I have about, I think me and my business partner, when we were looking at it, I think I have like almost, I can't even remember. I think there's like 600 videos, but of those 600 videos, only 145 of those videos are uploaded to YouTube. Why does that matter? Why is that important? What difference does it make? Makes a huge difference because if you're a content creator and you're trying to gain traction to get your channel monetized, if you don't play the rules the way that they're intended, meaning that follow the rules, not play the rules, but follow the rules of how that network is set up, you could do like me, spend years creating all this content, and because I'm the process improvement chick, because I'm the person who's like, what's the fastest path to the place? I wasn't following the rules. And so by not following the rules, I wasn't getting the results that I desired. And so I was really gonna start a new YouTube channel this year. And I was having this conversation with this young lady who's been doing great on YouTube. Like they have 10 times as many subscribers and followers as I have. But I was talking to her and I was like, wait, what? And the funniest part is, like, I had spent all the money on the mics, all the money on the cameras, all the money on the setups, all the money on all the things, the editing software, all the stuff, but I wasn't getting the results that I wanted. Why? Because in my little head, I was like, version done is better than version none, but it wasn't getting me the outcome that I desired. The second thing that I was doing wrong, in addition to creating content on live and just posting it on all these channels, specifically YouTube, was I had even invested in a tool to make sure that my channel was attracting the right people, because that's a whole another story for another day, like attracting the right people. But I wasn't taking the time to even understand how to use the tool that I invested in to attract the right people to this channel that I was created to serve. So that was issue number two. Issue number two. Number one, not asking nobody on how to do it and playing or following the rules. Number two, I had tools to help me. I wasn't using those tools correctly. And then number three, which should be number one, is I was creating content all this time based on me. And even, no, let me reframe that. A lot of the content on there on the lives was actually solving problems, but they were generic statements. And I would frame up the content as a me issue and not a what is the problem of the person that I'm trying to help, their pain point, and how this could help them. So my delivery posture or approach wasn't even correct, y'all. Wasn't even correct. So why am I sharing this with you? I'm sharing this with you today is I've heard, and I even say to people that your net worth equals your net worth, meaning that if you have a network of people that are around you, that whenever something good or bad is happening to other people, y'all are spending time gossiping about, well, if I, and if it was me, and all of those things. And then in your personal and spiritual life, you're not getting the outcomes or the blessings and the things that you desire. Well, the reason why that might not be happening for you is simply because you're making it about you. And as important as you are to God, somebody needs to hear this today. As important as you are to God, I promise you, to most people, they might be talking about you, but they're not thinking that much about you. What's the difference and why does it matter? Because I'm talking about you and not promoting what you're doing to other people versus talking to you or talking to you in the wrong way. Y'all gossiping instead of saying, like, what does the word of God say about this situation? And how can we be more than conquerors? How can we say that nothing is impossible for those who believe? I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Nah, we too busy side-eyed and talking about other people, and stuff doesn't even matter. Like, it doesn't even matter. So why am I even sharing this stuff today? Well, the main reason I'm sharing this is now that there's two reasons I'm sharing, if I'm being honest with y'all, is one, I realized yesterday when I came to the gym, I just wasted 30 minutes on this treadmill watching foolish TV. And I said, this is a great opportunity for me to really have some conversations and some meaningful thoughts around stuff. And then number two, for my YouTube channel, and if you are a person that's creating content, just so that you know, going live on YouTube does not help you with the algorithm because the algorithm is king. And I know I need to upload stuff. So whether it is a YouTube video in long form or a shorts. The tool that I'm using today is called Restream. I ain't trying to hide nothing from anybody. And with Restream, what it does is it takes your information, and everyone's talking about this whole thing of Opus Clips, which is great. But with Opus Clips, you have to upload stuff. This tool, what it does is it takes the live stream that you made and it creates clips for you with the captioning on the bottom and everything. And so I'm trying to follow the rules as I'm building out this YouTube channel and going to other places where my ideal client goes with their problems and doing something new this year. It's not the fast path, yeah. It's the strategic solutions. It's not the fast path. Strategic solutions. So ask somebody. If it's me that you want to ask, you can literally click on that QR code. How do you click on a QR code? You take a screenshot of this video. It then puts a picture in your photo gallery. And then you click on that QR code and it'll take you to a link to set up a session with me. When you set up that session with me, it has a pay what you can option, y'all. Doesn't get any better than that. Um, because even that, I ain't even lying to nobody. We need to have whatever we fix our focus on is what we find. So if you want to schedule a session with me, you can go ahead and do that. If not me, no worries. Schedule time with somebody. But the bottom line is you better ask somebody, better check your network. Because if you want something new, you got to do something different. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting different results. I want different. And I want different for you. God bless.